10th, 1942, the first Medal of Honor during World War II was awarded to Second Lieutenant Alexander Ninger posthumously for heroism during the Battle of Bataan. Also on February 10th, 1967, the 25th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified, clearing procedures for presidential succession in the event of disability of a sitting president. On February 11th, 1990, in South Africa, Nelson Mandela, at age 71, was released from prison after serving 27 years of a life sentence on charges of attempting to overthrow the apartheid government. American inventor Thomas Edison was born in Milan, Ohio, on February 11th, 1847. Both Abraham Lincoln and Charles Darwin were born on February 12th, 1809. February 13th, 1635, Boston Latin School, the first ever taxpayer-supported or public school in America, was established in Boston, Massachusetts. Additionally, on February 13th, 1945, during World War II in Europe, British and American planes began massive bombing raids on Dresden, Germany. On February 14th, celebrated as St. Valentine's Day around the world, now one of the most widely observed unofficial holidays in which romantic greeting cards and gifts are exchanged. Also, on February 14, 1849, photographer Matthew Brady took the first ever photograph of a U.S. president in office, James Polk. On February 15, 1933, an assassination attempt on newly elected United States President Franklin D. Roosevelt occurred in Miami, Florida. And finally, on February 15, 1920, Susan B. Anthony was born in Adams, Massachusetts.
On February 8th, 2019, Ariana Grande released her newest album, Thank You Next. So far, the album has been a huge success and has broken various records. Grande's album now holds the record for most single-week audio streams by a female artist in the United States and is one of the elite 3 albums to have 2 songs reach #1 in the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart. The title track for the album, so-called Thank You Next, broke the YouTube records for most views written within 24 hours of release and the most chat messages sent during the debut.
Recently, at the Toronto Centre for Addiction and Mental Health, a new molecule has been discovered linked to decreasing the proteins in a person's brain related to Alzheimer's and memory loss. It is a tweak of benzodiazepine, an anti-anxiety medication used to treat panic attacks. However, it is a generalized medication, so it can't be targeted to a specific part of the brain. The molecule increased cognition in these trials, especially when there was an underlying brain impairment causing the memory loss. Before this molecule was discovered, there were no medications to treat cognitive issues like memory loss that occur with depression and other mental health issues. This also helps with patients who are aging or have damaged their memory due to drug abuse. The most promising part about this molecule, however, is that the compounds used are highly targeted to memory-forming parts of the brain as opposed to being generalized in the sense of its close cousin, Xanax. If you wish to learn more about this, you can visit the Toronto Centre for Addiction website at www.camh.ca.
Recently, in the state of South Carolina, there have been sightings of orange alligators. These are raising many questions because, as you know, alligators are normally green. Funny ideas about how it became orange exist, such as Clemson fans painted for fun. Or are they just big flaming red hot Cheetos? Another idea is that they are albino alligators. All these speculations are wrong because David Lucas from the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources says that the color could be a result of rust in pipes. These alligators came out 2 years ago around the same time and get attention because they are very rare.
Welcome to your weekly weather with Weatherman Fleming. This week has been mildly temperate with temperatures slowly rising from the low 40s to mid 50s. Today, Friday, will be quite warm with temperatures topping the low 70s. Spring is coming soon. Speaking of spring, let's bring into the weather. This weekend, a moderate chance of light snow is projected to span the west and Great Basin region on Saturday and spread across the Midwest on Sunday. Light rain should cover the southeast region on Saturday. Don't you love typos on teleprompters? And move off the continent and into the ocean with the potential to be replaced by another front on Sunday. Now for the local weather. It gon' rain!
What he really means is on Saturday, Yorktown will drop from paradise temperatures to 43 degrees, and there is still a 40% chance of rain. Come on now.
It gon' rain!
Yes, I just said that. Oh wait, you're right. On Sunday, it will slightly rise to a high temperature of 46 degrees and also have a 40% chance of precipitation. This has been your weekly
rain!
weather with the Ollie Williams impersonating Weatherman Fleming. Yo! Welcome back to another episode of Sports Rap!
I'm your host Sam, and nobody even commented on my nickname last week, so it basically doesn't exist.
Let's waste no time with this intro chit-chat and get right into the sports.
Time for some NBA news.
The All-Star Weekend starts tonight with the Rising Stars World vs. USA game, pitting the new stars from across the globe against the USA's upcoming players.
Some of the players in the game are from Team World, Ben Simmons, Luka Doncic, and Lauri Markkanen, and from Team USA, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, and Kyle Kuzma.
I think World is going to win with the players like Luka and Simmons who are dominating as hard as they are. Like Luka is basically the whole Mavericks team.
That's facts. Luka is gonna lead Team World to the win. If you want to watch the game, tune into TNT at 9 to watch.
Other All-Star events this weekend are the dunk contest, yam, three-point contest, boom, and skills challenge.
Hopefully the dunk contest isn't a disappointment like it was last year, but with headliners like Miles Bridges and Dennis Smith Jr., the contest should be good.
Who do you think is gonna win? I think Dennis Smith Jr. will win because he got robbed last year.
I think Miles Bridges will win because he just puts everybody on posters. And my other picks are Seth Curry for the three-point contest and Jason Tatum for the skills challenge.
Boy, Seth Curry for the three-point contest? No! You are crazy. It's gotta be Kemba. He's the boy. And Luka is sure winning the skills challenge.
Ah, you wildin', bro.
Anyways, in college hoops,
Tennessee is still number one. I think it's because of their amazing warm-up pants.
you're right. Those pants are amazing. The orange and the stripes are heat, cuh.
The rest of the top five are number 2 Duke, number 3 Gonzaga, 4 Virginia, and 5 Kentucky.
Duke is actually good. Like, as much as I hate them, God, their win over Louisville was pretty crazy. They came back 23 points for a win. At a point in the game, Duke had a 0.1% chance of winning.
Yeah.
And they won!
Yeah, Duke is insane. I don't think they'll win March Madness, though.
Bro, who do you think is going to win that?
You already know who I think's gonna win.
Boy, you better not.
Michigan!
I hate you so much.
Well, who do you think is gonna win?
I don't know. It could be Duke or UVA.
You're crazy. After that 16 seed upset last year, UVA is a wild pick.
At least it's better than the pick Zach had. That nerd picked LSU.
You're right. You are smarter than him.
Of course I am. That does it for us here on this episode of Sports Rap.
Well, we'll see you next week when we travel to the moon.
Neil Armstrong, where you at?
Uh-oh, Houston, we have a problem. Signing off.
One small step for sports, one giant leap for sports.